A blinding flash of light filled the chamber as the containment field holding the demon failed. It took me a few moments to readjust my vision, but standing before me was the now freed entity. Internal defense systems began to activate as heavy bolted turrets began to lower from the ceiling. The creature raised its arms and unleashed a blast of psychic energy that caused the weapons to detonate and explode. The blast sent Remleiz flying backwards against the wall with a hard metallic clang of metal. The Lord Inquisitor fell limp. The creature turned its gaze away from Remleiz toward us. I raised my sword and lowered it at the foul being, hearing my sororitas, the Deathwatch, cock their weapons in response. Open fire! Purge the foul creature! The explosive rounds impacted into the demon's warp flesh over and over. The beast roared, its mouth distended and stretched impossibly wide as an ear-piercing sound emanated from it as it began to march toward us. Send this filth back to whatever hell spawned it! As the creature took more and more fire from my holy warrior's blessed weapons, its form began to destabilize. It would soon no longer be able to maintain its form within this plane of existence.
No, I will not go back. Not yet. I will feed.
The demon leapt high in the air, its clawed hands outstretched to crush my very throat.
Inquisitor, look out!
I felt myself being forced out of the way by one of my sororitas, causing me to fall to one knee. I then saw the demon slam into her, before another flash of blinding light filled the room, along with a psychic shockwave, knocking us all to the ground. I opened my eyes, and what I saw horrified and disgusted me in equal measure. The sororitas that pushed me from the path of the demon had changed. She was a twisted, corrupted mockery of a once pure warrior of the ecclesiarchy, bearing the glowing eyes of a predator, and sickly wings sprouted from her back like some great raven. In a taloned hand bore a sword that seemed to writhe and pulsate as if it was some perverse organ.
Thank you for my new body, Vulpar. Allow me to repay your gratitude.
The creature sneered before letting out a perverse laughter. The space wolf lunged forward with his power axe, snarling like a feral beast.
For the All-Father!
He swung his great axe down as it crackled with arcs of lightning. The demon blocked the blow and laughed.
Pathetic.
The wolf dodged back, avoiding a disemboweling blow before lashing out once more. Glowing blue sparks danced along his blade as he swung. The demon blocked an overhead, decapitating blow and sneered. She spinned her blade, knocking the axe out of the Astartes' hand before delivering an overarching slash, almost cleaving the space wolf clean in two. The wolf clearly didn't know when to give up, it seems. I saw him draw a combat knife and plunge it into the creature's shoulder, causing her to shriek in surprise before he finally died. I then overheard one of the Deathwatch open a transmission over the communications link.
Demonic incursion in the Omega Vault. Repeat, we have demons in the Omega Vault. Reinforcement required immediately.
Before the Astartes could finish, the demon lashed out with her blade once more, removing his head from his shoulders in a shower of blood. The blood sprayed over the demon, who laughed as she baptized in crimson. A wall of purifying flame engulfed the creature, as one of my sororitas unleashed a burning jet of promethium from her flamer.
Burn, heretic!
She screamed with righteous anger. The creature continued to advance, her body engulfed in flame. She flexed her massive wings, the gust of air extinguishing the flames.
I grow bored.
I opened fire with my plasma pistol, letting off several shots. The creature snarled as a bolt of burning plasma hit it square in the face. It roared in annoyance and delivered a backhanded strike, causing me to be thrown across the blood-slicked floor. The demon lunged forward and began to cleave with her living blade, severing heads and impaling sororitas and Astartes alike over the course of what seemed hours, yet only lasted a few bloody minutes. Soon I appeared to be the only one left standing with the creature. I slowly rose to my feet as I drew my holy blade and thumbed the activation rune, causing it to glow an intense blue color. Face me in combat, beast! If you have the courage.
You want to duel me? Very well. I'm in need of amusement.
The demon swiped at me with its blade. Sparks danced along the edge of my blade as I blocked it. With every swipe, block, sidestep, and strike, I felt as if this beast was toying with me. I lunged forward to impale the beast in the face, to banish it back to the depths of the warp. She grabbed my blade in her palm and grinned, even while vile black ichor bubbled and fizzed along the edge of my blade.
I'm going to enjoy feasting upon your soul.
The beast laughed. I could then hear what appeared to be chanting from behind the demon, along with the sound of someone sprinting. Before the creature screamed in agony, as a surge of energy washed over both me and the foul beast like crimson lightning. The demon then pitched forward into unconsciousness. I looked up in disbelief at Remleiz.
Fascinating.
He said, his balance a little off. Perhaps his built-in gyro stabilizers had been damaged. I looked down at the demon, noticing that between its wings was a purity seal, the wax still crackling with psychic energy.
I must research this further.
You bound this creature to a mortal body? I said angrily. Did this man's arrogance have no bounds?
Yes. I turned her into a demon host. However, since the ritual was conducted impromptu, her body may still have her soul. I will continue my research into this.
Remleiz, you arrogant little bastard!
You have a funny way of saying thank you, Vulpar.
I rose to my feet as reinforcements from the Deathwatch stormed in, assault marines, terminators, librarians, and more. I sheathed my sword and pointed at Remleiz. Remleiz, you are charged with heresy in the 1st degree. If you were a lesser man, I would have simply executed you on the spot. However, since you are a Lord Inquisitor, I will give you the dignity of being brought to Terra to stand trial. I stepped closer to him, even as he squatted by the demonic creature, still examining it. Will you come willingly, or will I be forced to use force? Remleiz looked up at me as he flipped open a panel on his arm.
Neither.
He placed his hand on the demon's body and laughed.
It has been wonderful seeing you again, Vulpar, but I must dash. The same time next year?
He said in a mocking tone before sparks of jade energy began to erupt around him. The bastard was teleporting out. With a flash of blinding green light, both Remleiz and the demon were gone. I then turned to the Deathwatch Marines. If you have any craft, I want them prepared for combat, now! There is no way in hell I am letting this madman escape. He will answer for his heresy.